Greetings, scum, and welcome to Flail the Face. I'm Kevin. I'm in the big boy chair, and I don't know why. Somebody go.
Oh yeah, it's me. Hello, I am Levi. I will be playing a character named CraigAllen, one of the best.
I know that guy. And I'm Jacob, and I'll be playing a character named Pyro, and not for the reasons you think.
I'm Thomas, and I'll be playing a character named Kethvin.
And I'm Walt, and I'll be playing a Nachthex. No, Nachthex. Neither of those is how you say it, and I'm not going to get it right, so I'm going to keep going. Which is a class by my good friend Strega Berg.
Oh, and I'm playing a character too. I'm playing Jotna, and we'll go into who these characters are after we explain what's going on. Got a note earlier in the mail appears to be from Chris and Nate saying they're headed off to Grift to pick up some milk and cigarettes. Be back soon.
I've heard that before.
So, with that, we have somebody jumping in to run their game. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. I'm Daniel, and I wrote the adventure Black Antlers, which should be hitting the shelves sometime late this summer.
Ah, beautiful. With that, there's something at the bottom of this note here. Hard to read. Flail!
Ah!
So, I want you to imagine this white static noise, like a distorting storm, obscuring everything. There is this rumor that staying in, a very featureless, frosty landscape for too long slowly kills your brain, and it's clearly as we're talking about these scum in particular. We're kind of like zooming in through this white static blizzard, like they say in Cyborg, like a TV channel set to a dead station. And who do we see kind of like slowly and miserably dragging their bodies through the frozen frontier? It's miserably cold, by the way.
All right, boys. So do we know each other off the bat? Because in my head, I assume we just bumped into each other accidentally through this blizzard. We can't see shit. I don't know you guys.
Well, we rolled that group purpose for being here.
Oh, what the fuck? What was the group purpose? I wasn't there.
The salty reindeer meat.
Yes, you were.
The salty reindeer meat?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out why the meat's so
You were
salty.
something like that. You were hired.
That makes sense.
at a tavern in Kyrgyz by a meat merchant who, one of the delicacies he has been selling was the salted reindeer jerky from a desolate place you've never heard of north of Kyrgyz called Tuonela. The shipment stopped months ago, and the supply does not meet the demand. It's not much silver involved, but to a scum like you, it's a fortune.
Daniel, I have one question. This meat vendor, does he wear the equivalent or the exact sweatpants?
I think he had like very flamboyant salmon leather overalls.
Okay,
That's a good look.
I have a golden rule at work: never trust a chef in sweatpants. So, just making sure, seeing if he's trustworthy.
You can picture like alligator leather, but it's like salmon.
God damn. All right.
But overalls are kind of like suspenders, so,
They're
that's trustworthy.
the suspender's cousin. I respect this man.
What is
It
happening?
was very shiny.
I think we're supposed to be describing ourselves as we
just
try.
tell me how you're
wizard.
suffering through the like you're not sure if you went the right direction or not, as you've been traveling for what could have been hours or days. The tundra is starting to get to you.
Well, the first guy you kind of see, I guess, would be Pyro, because he's asking all these questions here, talking to himself. And so my previous work environment has apparently hardened me, but it hasn't done much for my mobility. So you probably see this man just limping, like he's got a shoddy knee and a bad
And you have like
back.
snow up to your waist. So we see the path kind of like carving through the crisp snow.
I would be crawling through the snow then. I have a shoddy knee.
Wonderful.
Do you have snowshoes? No, I don't have snowshoes. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to keep up with the group then, I guess. Limping through this snow.
Maybe someone's dragging your good leg. And well, in front of the limping and nagging Pyro, who's ahead?
Ahead of the limping man is a large, like, kind of hulking mass. Has the head of a lizard, and down its back it has like what looks almost like coarse fur, but then it extends more into quills running down his spine. And he's just kind of like trudging along, and he has like a large muscular tail off the back, which I imagine actually the old guy limping along is holding onto the tail to kind of drag him through the snow a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
And as I'm just like walking along, he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out herbs that have like crawling insects and stuff as well, and he just like jams it into his mouth. And as he starts drooling, he collects bits of his drool in these little glass
They've
bottles.
actually turned into like a popsicle by now of like these insects. So it's like one of those like disgusting like cabaret desserts.
Perfect. So then he just like will pop it into his mouth, and then as it melts down and drips out of his mouth, he'll bottle some of it up.
Like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. All right.
As he is pulling out the bag and going for a snack, the black hooded and cloaked figure ahead of him turns around and says,
"Hey, let me get one of those. I'm hungry."
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Uncalled for.
This is mine.
Yeah, but it could be mine too.
Keep walking.
You need to learn to share. We're all in this together.
And he just motioned to just keep going forward.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Well, and ahead of this cloaked figure, you see a really, like, rail-thin, gaunt, pale woman, stringy hair, just tattered rags, that's walking a donkey next to them. And she's got her other hand that's not holding the reins for the donkey on the back of the gentleman in front of her. And she's not so much like holding on, but kind of like pushing him along, to keep pushing him forward.
And I guess before introducing Levi's character, that Levi, do the other members of your little adventuring party know that you have no fucking idea where you're going whatsoever?
No, not at all. But the mule in front of him is kind of leading him the way.
You stole that one too, right?
And from the mule, there is a long rope wrapped around my neck, pulling me along. And all you see is this really short in stature, wide man who's dressed as an old-timey...
Is that like the bestial variety of autoerotic asphyxiation or something?
You could say that.
It's in case he falls asleep
Yeah,
at the wheel.
because I do believe that you have spoken with great confidence until it got below a certain temperature, that you absolutely knew where you were going and was a native to this land.
Oh, 100%.
Don't worry. I will lead us to justice and victory against this reindeer meat or whatever we're doing here.
Is there a reason my crippled ass cannot sit on top of this mule instead of being drug around?
Oh, he doesn't like being ridden. He just likes to drag me along.
And you never bothered to ask to be on mine either, so you could kindly fuck off.
Just as you're kind of like evaluating the two of you in front there, which ones of your compatriots have the fattiest meats on their bones? The storm kind of like gives up for just a moment, and you start seeing, let's say, because he's being dragged along on his back, that Pyro, you see like this bundle of flesh frozen next to you. It seems to be like a collage of various body types and faces and fingers and insides and the likes, made into one horrific ice sculpture. As more of the wind clears out, these silhouettes of little ramshackle, almost like Viking cabins, like these like that the roofs reach all the way down to the snow where they're almost half buried. There is like a great big town central fireplace. If you've ever seen Asterix and stuff, it's kind of like that. It's also like snuffed completely out and is like half covered in snow. Everything is painted in blood, which has long ago frozen. And there is this like hanging sign with a great set of antlers on top of it that's like barely creaking in the wind. The ice attempts to keep it suspended. That reads, "Welcome to Tuonela." You're right in the middle of town center.
I think we made it to our location.
Oh, looks like you actually knew where you were going after all. Dumbass.
You can always trust the jackass.
Hey,
Yeah, but what about
all
the
of
donkey?
you.
I knew you could do it, honey. This guy.
No, you didn't.
I know I couldn't. I just got. Never mind. Should we get inside and out of the weather?
Yeah, probably.
How do we get in?
We'll start digging.
I'm gonna take my candlestick and break off a chunk of like that ice flesh or whatever, and then throw it through a window.
Yeah, you break off what appears to be previously healthy and able-bodied child's forearm, which cracks with a satisfying snap, and you see there's still like a little spot of like warm and soft intestines in the middle, almost like slightly defrosted. Around you there is, by the way, it's completely quiet. There is this smell of salt and iron just dominating.
Well, you put me in an awkward position, Daniel, because I'm also not so secret cannibal, and I pull out some intestines.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna look at Pyro and just, you're a monster.
yeah. It's like part of them cracks in your fingers as you rip them out, and like releases this Dane essence more than the smell. As the smell of like death is so strong here, your animals are almost like pulling back at their reins as death is everywhere in this village. And even though the reason for this mass murder is unclear, it is still pretty fucking obvious why the deliveries have halted.
I'm gonna nudge CraigAllen. Are you gonna give me any intestines as well, or are you just gonna let me starve?
You have two hands yourself, you know.
Yeah, but be a gentleman. Feed your wife. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm just floating along here, getting pulled and tugged the way I like it.
Can I fit through a window that I broke?
There's not many windows on these houses, as they are these like almost like lean-to longhouses. There's a couple of people here seem to even have lived in like big tents made of like reindeer hide. There's about 12 houses here altogether. Fairly humble.
Which one looks like the biggest, bestest?
Oh, there is a longhouse that seems to be like the meeting hall or the mead hall or something.
Is there any chimneys with smoke coming out?
As you look around here, you see like one of the bigger tents towards the back has like a dying snake of black smoke escaping up before disappearing into the snowstorm up above.
So the smoke is its signs of life. Let's go investigate that.
I could use some warmth. I mean, I might be big, but fat freezes cold.
So do you all go towards the smoke, or do any of you attempt to enter the most impressive longhouse?
Oh yeah, I'm vain.
Great. Right.
I'm gonna stumble my way up to that one and try to find a way in there
Just hack through the roof.
with my candlestick.
Is that all you have for
I have a
weapon?
sore back and a shoddy knee and a candlestick.
Are you entering the longhouse by yourself, or anyone else?
If none of these guys followed me, I'm just trying to get out of the cold so my knee will warm up and you know.
Kethvin's gonna follow Pyro, since the guy had been riding on his tail most of the trek up here, so...
No, I wouldn't say I was riding it. It was more like just you were pulling me.
I was pulling you
Probably
along.
sleeping half the way.
I've slept in worse
All
conditions.
right, so you kind of like shuffle the snow away from the front of very rustic door to the central longhouse, which also, like most other things here, have like antlers and a reindeer skull mounted above the door. And something written in a runic language that your illiterate minds surely can't read. As it creaks open, The first thing that meets you is, well, hanging from one of the beams in the ceiling is the torso of what could have been your grandmother, swinging back and forth with a missing jaw, completely flayed. And, let me see. We're going to use a generator I made for the first time here. Can one of you roll me a d12?
I got you. 10.
And give me another one as well, just to see where it went.
2.
Okay, so you notice that it seems like child or a dog that would have attempted to do surgery, that the stomach of this woman is removed in the crudest and least delicate manner possible. It's like a mockery of butchering. The way this completely flayed Cloudbarker lady is like hanging upside down in front of you, like right in front of your face as you open the door. It takes a moment before you realize she's dead.
I'm gonna prod her forehead. Hey, you're in my way. Oh, shit. I think she might actually be dead.
How observant of you.
Yeah, well, I'm just going off of what my details are around, opening this door and...
Yeah, there's a fireplace that's long frozen. It's like these little icicles that like hang down and almost like penetrate the ground underneath it into the ashes. And it seems to be quite a fight here. There's a table with wooden cutlery and plates that's been flipped over. There's the wind is still blowing in through cracks in the walls. However, it appears to be a meek excuse for shelter.
I'm going to skirt around that dead body and try to pick up any tinder I can find, head towards that fireplace, and use my candlestick to start a small fire.
It's going to take a while, so we're going to go over to the...
I'm a blacksmith. I know all about fires and stoking it.
I'll follow behind him, but I'll try to cut the body down and just kind of take in the surroundings.
You're right. We're going to need something to eat later. Hey, aren't you cold-blooded?
No, that's just an assumption.
Oh, right. My
Racist.
bad. I don't... How the
cool.
fuck did you get in here?
I'm not. I'm actually with the other guys.
Oh.
And we're in here too.
So, meanwhile, by the tent outside, you're like following this like trail of murder and death. And some of the pink snow behind you has even turned yellow as one of your donkeys is in fact pissing itself in fear at this moment. But you do come to this like bigger tent, and as you open the tent and look inside, you see a little pretty impressive pile of children's skulls, burnt and flayed, recently snuffed out by something. And before you step into the tent, you notice, just as it's like where the entrance of the tent begins, these hoof marks in the snow underneath your feet.
Well, that's a terrible idea. Everyone knows skulls don't burn. What a bad idea for a fire.
Yeah, no. I mean, could have used coal or something else. But, well, I mean, we're getting... Go inside, get out of the weather, move the skulls.
I don't know why there's so many kids' skulls here. We all know adults are the way to go when you're hungry.
Well, obviously, fuck them kids, but let's get out of the fucking weather and inside the tent.
And we need some tender old meat.
Some fucking old people jerky.
As you step inside and you're like kind of like brushing off the ash of some of the rugs that are still stretched out here, you notice that one of them is not reindeer hide, but in fact made from very poorly cured human skin with some weird etchings in it, saying "Heretic murderers, frozen to death for all eternity." It looks like it was written by a 3-year-old who barely learned how to write.
Dibs, that one's mine.
All yours, Prügl.
I wear it as a cape.
Great.
I name it Mort.
Oh, looks good on you.
Not
Oh,
bad.
thank you.
Hey, quit trying to mow my lawn.
Shut up, I don't take orders from you.
Hey.
Whoa. Settle with the hostility here. We're all cold.
Yeah, but she started it, and now I'm getting hot. Why you gotta make me so hot? He's
I
coming,
can't-
guns blazing.
Is this a
I
triple situation?
All I was saying... Hey, CraigAllen, shut up. The grown-ups are talking.
I'm
Yeah,
into
shut
it.
up, CraigAllen.
Yeah,
Tell me what to
thank you.
do.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what to do.
all I'm
I'll tell her
saying
what
is...
to do.
Hey, okay,
This is my
fine.
king.
Obviously, we're all hungry. We're all cold. We need to fucking calm down. And, I don't know. I'm fucking starving, and I'm tired, and I'm cold. Craig, make a fucking fire.
I bet I can tell you how many skulls are in that pile.
I don't care. Make a fire. Please, honey.
With the
Shut
friction
them.
in this room, there's no possibility we won't start a fire in here.
I can't tell where this is going.
I don't either.
It's gonna be a sex time or angry time.
We're gonna have to put a mature warning on there for sexual content.
That's just Levi.
Rated L for
So do you all just like get cozy in each your tent and longhouse, almost like a system of classes already establishing?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say right now, Thomas and I are gonna be the winners. We're gonna survive this.
Well, yeah, because you're not in the room with the.
I'm not in the angry sex room.
The potential
Yeah.
cat fight at any time.
That tension is killer.
I'll fuck you up.
I'm gonna take some of these skulls and try to like friction a fire.
Yeah.
You know.
What are you, Tom Hanks in Castaway?
I've never done this before. Usually Jotna does it for me.
Eventually, you do manage to start a fire, and you all get like warmed up for now. It is it's a hassle to maintain it, and I'll say that like during this time, as you've like gotten nice and cozy in the scenic landscape, you've also like gotten some glimpses of the landscape whenever there is like a little break in the storm. The most obvious thing is, of course, the giant black antlered monolith to the north that appears to fade in and out of vision.
Oh yeah, that's always been there.
It seems to be either decently sized monument pretty close, or a huge, impossible construction further away. You've also seen a little pond down to the west, and from the trail behind you, there's apparently a forest that you must have completely walked around while getting here.
Good. Fuck those trees.
You have tree hate in your eyes, don't you?
I do.
But I think while gathering wood and getting ready to choose your next course of action, you see a couple of like signs of the lake, the woods, and the giant monolith up to your north.
Okay. Aside from just the skulls that are in this the tent, there's nothing else in here.
Not really, except the rug,
The rugs
which
or whatever.
does give you a fair advantage against the cold outside.
So it's like thick and shag-like.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Nice carpeting.
human shaved leather
Okay.
with emphasis on shaved.
I'm gonna grab some of that and put it around me like a cloak.
Didn't Prügl just put that on?
Isn't there a lot of it?
It's more than enough human leathers to go around here. You find like and it almost seems like, well, I'll say what's the character's name again? CraigAllen from your which is a fine native name for a Tuonela settler, by the way. That through your through the bastardization of this culture that you claim is your own, you have you can see that this is almost like a human butchering station, but you're pretty sure that Tuonela is famous for reindeer meat, not human. You've seen a salt mill, which is grinding human bones, tanning racks with more human leather on it, all of it with the precision of a drunken child, and it's almost like it became like the whole village became more suicidal than you after you stole that land.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is very interesting. All this human flesh, there's little bits of hair covered in it. It's weird.
Look, Kethvin, some yellow snow. Eat it. It's banana flavored. Eat it.
I instead take another of the frozen herb and insect ice ball and stick it slowly in my mouth.
Go get yours. I'm watching you.
That's frightfully
Asshole.
disgusting. Why is she so angry? Will somebody feed her and myself? I'm fucking starving. What the fuck do we do now? I mean, we have to find what the hell happened to all the reindeer meat, right?
There's not a sign of reindeer here. Nothing. Except the antlers that are mounted on certain houses and on signs and stuff like that.
I've seen this before. Hostile takeover, marketing schemes, all that. Used to work with a guy named Spin when back in Geschvik. It looks like the reindeer may have finally just said, fuck this, we're gonna sell you guys. So, mystery solved. Should we just go back and tell the boss? This cold's really getting to my knee.
That sounds like a real complex backstory, and I doubt it's that.
Nailed it.
But we should probably continue to look for any sort of signs of struggle or survivors.
Well, there's struggle over there, struggle here, struggle under my foot. There's struggle everywhere.
Right, but where did it come from?
Fair enough, Kethvin. I'll go and sit in the lawn house for a hot minute. Maybe I can find a lawn cabinet full of lawn folders. Maybe some details in there.
Yes, because sitting and waiting for stuff to happen is always a good option.
And I'm gonna point at my knee and give it a little slap. Yeah, shoddy knee and all. Plus, my back's getting a little sore. Just come grab me. I'm gonna go check things out over here.
Yeah, sure. And I will turn, and as I turn, my tail's gonna whip and hit him in the bad knee.
God, yeah, fucking, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Cheap shot, man, cheap shot.
And then I'm gonna go and just kind of check the perimeter of the village to see if I can find any additional tracks of something that came in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Kethvin and just keep arguing with him. You don't have to do that kind of bullshit. Look, I will. Hey, actually, it was a little bit better. Where you going? Wait for me.
And then tail slap again, knocks it back out.
You piece of shit.
So Kethvin is checking the proximity of the village. Are anyone else going with him or checking any other directions, I'll say?
I'm gonna go with him and try to get him to fucking knock my knee back into place.
Right on.
Would you consider these antlers as an improvised weapon? And if so, what sort of damage would you say?
I'm rolling old school, and these antlers would definitely do D4 damage.
Okay.
In its pure state, but could easily be chiseled into something more accurate and stabbable. No,
Stab-worthy
Yeah,
works for me.
I like stabbable either way.
Yeah, it could be chiseled into something that would deal D6, but at its current state, it's a D4.
Right up my alley.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I'd like to do, because the only other weapon I have is a femur, which...
Big same.
Yeah, I'd like to take one of the antlers off the wall, or wherever it is, and try to lash it together to my femur so it's more of like a pokey polearm sort of thing, or it's like a staff, and then eventually whittle it down so I can get more damage out of it. But that's neither here nor there. So, do I need to make a roll to put it together,
No,
or
that's
just?
Fine. It just takes some time. That's it. What you're doing is fairly foolproof. You know what? We'll do it since it's Mörk Borg, we'll do it at a difficulty rating 6, so everyone gets a chance to laugh at you if you fail. So you can do a...
I laugh at him already.
let's do a challenge rating of 6.
Okay, well I got a 3.
You got a 3.
So
somehow, your femur breaks and you accidentally stab yourself slightly in the eye in a loud and worthy way for scum such as yourself, and take D2 damage.
Son of a fucking bitch! Ow!
Yeah, lay down, so like it's the first time you've taken it in the eye.
Wait, he might be dead.
Yeah. I'm at 1 hit point.
Oh my god!
I took 2 damage.
No.
You did one thing.
I know. I'll never do that again.
Hey, take a hit of your life elixir. You might need that.
Oh fuck! Right?
Flash that bad right in your eye.
Yeah.
I'll say if one of you are near enough, you can definitely try to waste your resources on saving this very frail.
No, he tried to help himself. He's on his own.
I was trying to help the rest of the group. Craig, get these fucking bones out of my eye, please.
I'm gonna just hold my bloody eye open as it's pouring down my cheek.
Oh, that's so gross. Oh, I can't even look at you right now.
You do notice that the bone is jagged fairly deep in there, and removing it would possibly paralyze him. So I think it's best to just leave it in there, actually.
Yeah, find Pyro. He's a blacksmith. He can get that out.
It's a good look for you. It looks so nice.
Do you think I look pretty? Am I still beautiful?
Oh, don't blink. Oh, just
All
cover
right.
it.
What I'm gonna do
Take some
now?
of this human skin, and I'm gonna cover his eye with human skin.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I'm gonna try to fashion a fucking eye patch out of the flesh and just like a secondary eyelid.
Well, yeah, you want to hold that shard in place. You don't want your eyeball moving around a whole lot with that in there. You're just gonna cause more damage over time.
Yep.
Well, with this broken antler, it's pretty sharp now. It looks like it could do D6 damage or something.
Oh, it's his femur that he sharpened.
That was the femur. No, what I was trying to do was tie the femur and the antler together, but it
I fail. Anyways,
Well, you can headbutt for D4 damage now, so that's something.
Oh,
but is that going to shove the
Yes.
bone right into my
I'll say
brain?
there's a 1 in 6 chance of that happening, yes.
oh my god, that's so awesome!
I love that.
You know,
Yes.
Fuck it, I'm
Perfect.
in. You said headbutt for D6?
D4.
D4, 1 in D6 chance of, well,
Yeah.
paralysis.
Pushing the antler
And
in.
I'm going to make a
brain.
quick table for effects of what can happen when that happens, just for fun.
That's awesome.
I'm in.
One of them is
love it.
definitely paralyzation, like from the waist and below.
Nice.
Okay.
I like this game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make us more of a problem.
However, let's move to the boring part, the
The
Scooby
two best
gang,
friends that
and
ever work?
go to Kethvin, who is currently checking out the proximities.
Would you slow down? I don't understand how fast you're a lizard in the middle of winter out here, and you're moving so much faster than me.
I'm also part porcupine.
Yep. I don't know what that is. Sorry, never seen one. I just thought you had some weird lizard acne going on.
So Kethvin, you're like kind of like carving your own path through the pink snow here, and you do see a blood trail that is seemingly stretching to the north towards that giant monolith until it kind of like gets into like this spot a couple of 100 meters outside of town where it's just like completely snowed over, but the monolith becomes like clearer and clearer, and underneath it's further away than it seems, and underneath it it's almost like this dancing strange aurora borealis, and like almost like these like retro wave neon colors dancing in the distance. As it gets a little bit darker, it becomes more radiant.
Wow, look at that Technicolor
Oh,
TV
yeah.
out here.
Yes, this is not a great sign. We should probably go get the
And were those
others.
antlers just moving? Because the monolith definitely has antlers.
If I were gonna find reindeer meat, it'd probably be at the giant, and I'm gonna gesture towards the monolith. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing back at home base there.
Sure, let's go get the others and let's go check this out.
Are you want to get involved with all of them? Really? I feel like our survival chances are better if we just keep moving, but okay.
We need meat shields. Here. And I'm also going
Do
to
you
like
see what I'm wearing? And I
Yeah,
point
and-
at my
and-
fucking armor.
Yeah. And I grab him and I actually like give him one more tail flick to his knee to like try
damn
and
it!
straighten
Oh.
it back out.
Hey. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kethvin. All right.
There, now you can run away from them and leave them behind
no,
as well.
I just didn't want to. It's further to go back, and my knee is was killing me. But now I feel comfortable walking a few extra, meters, whatever. Well,
Great,
100, 200.
let's get them then.
Okay. You're drooling again, by the way. You want me to get that for you? Or
Uncork and like collect a little bit more into a vial.
you got any more of those hard candies for me too?
As you're and as the two of you are moving out here, I think it's time to make our first frost fever check at a difficulty rating of 12 for both of you. That would be a toughness check, and you can just let me know what you get.
Okay.
I approach the bench. It says in my description, your working environment has hardened you. Would I be a little more resistant to like weather and stuff?
Yes, I
Can
would say so. So let's make yours a 10 instead of a 12 for this particular check.
All right.
I got a dirty 20, so
Okay.
Truck stop 20.
That's a natural 20!
Just give me a second.
all of that panic and you just roll out of it anyway. So.
It's kind of warm out here, and I'm gonna take off a woolly sweater underneath my plate armor. You need this, Kethvin? You're looking a little dry.
Oh, thanks. And I'll as I put it on, my quills will just rip up the back of.
Yeah, thank you.
of
I didn't need that back.
Oh, so it's a Snuggie now.
Yeah.
And as you're getting rather comfortable in this godforsaken cold, as you've been so used to your own annoying voices for so many days, hours, months, who cares? Now you hear the first kind of alien voice from what appears to be northeast of you, almost like a after echo carried by the wind.
We should have listened. Not our fault.
And there's a silhouette out there, hunched back, kind of aimlessly fumbling through the snow up towards the northeast.
I'm gonna look at Kethvin real quick. Are we going back, or do we want to investigate this gentleman out here?
This is more clues. I think they can catch up.
Okay. I mean, we left a pretty good trail. All of my, look back at the weird, awkward trail we left with your tail, like, obviously waving, making a sidewalk, pretty much. They'll be able to find us. It'll be fine.
And we'll have spinning face of the ugliest character in the group do a Scooby-Doo transitioning to the rest of you who are back at the Longhouse. Fire is cracking as long as one of you maintains it and actively look out so it doesn't snuff out. You have like I don't know what your current present stat was, but your dating career is over.
I'm married anyways, it doesn't matter.
This is true. You're all getting rather comfy, as it has been a while since the others left. What are the rest of you all doing in the Longhouse? It's eerily quiet.
I don't know about them, but I'm taking a break.
Oh, God, no.
So, welcome back to Flail to the Face. I'm Daniel. I've been running Black Antlers, which is my very new adventure, which I'm very proud of for all the scary people in this podcast.
Oh my God, that fucking hurts. Yeah, when we left off, we were still exploring and getting comfy in the desecrated winter wonderland that is Tuonela, where no one has gotten to taste the sweet side effects of hypothermia yet, which disappoints me a great deal.
Oh, great.
Some of us can't afford to.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of affordable real estate up here as of recent. However, I believe CraigAllen, Prügl, and Jotna are still in the Longhouse after performing some improvised surgery. And Kethvin and Pyro saw someone a mysterious robed figure, kind of like stumbling through the snow and talking to themselves or practicing their lines. You're not completely sure. You were considering whether to go as a dynamic duo that you surely are not, or go and tell the others, like cowards.
Got a point.
Yeah,
Calls you out.
Yeah.
straight up.
So, what do you do?
They can follow our trail. Let's check out this shadowy figure.
Oh, I completely agree. We've been traveling for a while, Kethvin. Do your people only have, like, one name?
No.
Okay. I'm just trying to open up to you, man. So my full name is Pyronius Tex, if that means anything for you. Like, maybe you've heard of me.
No, I haven't heard of you at all, and I don't really have a people. I was assembled this way from some mad scientist in the
That's
bog.
interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's complicated.
More like a complex backstory. Wait, we already did that. Okay. Well, with my knee feeling better, I'll lead the charge on this one.
Here, have some of this, and I hold a vial.
Oh, is it tasty?
It tastes like axle grease, and it has a
I've heard of that.
consistency of like cold syrup.
Oh, just like Mama used to make. I'm gonna pocket that, and then turn around and.
Oh no, you need to drink that.
Oh.
Because I need the
Okay.
glass back.
Wow. All right. I'll uncap this thing and just slam it back real quick.
As you're kind of like approaching the figure, I assume you've been you've been moving carefully and slowly up through the snow. Why don't one of you go ahead and roll me a reaction, an NPC reaction?
Quick thing, Jake. That was one of my little drool potions.
Yeah.
You gain 1d6 temporary hit points for 15
what
minutes.
the fuck?
Damn.
Okay, I got one.
There you go. You feel slightly better.
Feels slightly better.
Yes, you can roll a reaction check for the hooded figure to see how hungry, delirious, or lonely he currently is.
Oh my Lanta. You roll one, I'll roll the other.
All right.
Teamwork.
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
All right. As you approach it, you see the figure kind of like stops moaning for yet a moment as it like hulks, almost like merely moved by the wind, as if there was no will to live left in it. And you see what is apparently about like 40 feet away from you, a covered in dry blood, frozen snot and tears, what looks more human than what you might expect, if a bit malnourished. He's clad in a reindeer hide that he wears as a cape, and has kind of like a helmet where one horn is like facing downwards and the other appear to be broken off, probably for drinking purposes. And he like points at you.
You heretics! Liars!
And he starts like slowly and dramatically halting towards you at an extremely slow pace. What do you do?
I'm gonna look over at Kethvin. Don't worry about it, bro. I got this one. I'm gonna walk over and just kind of push him down.
All right, let's try that. So as you will also with your incredibly sturdy leg, even with the additional hit points, not move at a too great speed. I think you can roll me an initiative between the two of you as you're kind of like slowly moving through the snow.
What an anticlimactic start to the fight. Just two old, grumpy men approaching each other. I got a 4.
That's you. All right. So you notice that if you lean forward through the firm snow now, you can gain an uppercut.
I'm gonna brace myself and I'm gonna hold my fists up like an old timey boxer and call me a liar. I'll show you what for.
You lied of our ancestors, of our heritage, foul chieftain.
I don't even know.
And he
you.
like reaches out his hands as you're able to do whatever you want
Don't
before
touch
he
me.
like slowly at a very comfortable pace comes towards you through the snow. And
I swear to God, I'll put
yeah,
you down.
give me your strength check there.
God. That's a 14, and I give him a quick, swift uppercut.
Perfect. So you kind of like sock him right in the jaw, roll your damage. That'll be you don't have a weapon right now, I presume, or
I have a candlestick, but I'm just giving him an old left
yeah,
uppercut.
give me a D4.
Oh, those are big numbers.
Kill this hungry gentleman if you have the opportunity, or do you want to knock him out?
I don't know yet. What's 3 damage do?
3 damage? It could potentially kill him. He's on his last breath, it seems.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I fucking give him that uppercut, and then I pull up into a boxer stance, old-timey one. I told you, son. I'll fucking make you shit grease.
Yeah, kind of like falls down comedically towards you, so like smashing his nose against your kneecap as he slides down slowly.
Jeez.
And
Is it the bad kneecap?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Please, no. Oh, what? God damn it. Get the... Quick, while he's down. Fucking hog tie
He's
him.
like twitching on the ground in front of you, almost like a epileptic attack as the low amount of adrenaline he had left in his brain is quickly making way for his sensory systems that now realizes that he's very cold and close to dying.
Yeah, Kethvin is just gonna like dogpile on him and try to like start like binding him.
And you hog tie him like a pathetic excuse for a rodeo bull, and he's kind of like grunting and opening and closing his mouth with the eyes rolled to the back of his skull. You could just as well step on his head and kill him right now with no effort whatsoever.
I'm trying to get information from this
Yeah,
whippersnapper.
let's drag him back to the others and
You
see if we
got
can
it.
warm him up.
Yeah, I have 30 feet of this rusty chain, so we'll just hog tie him and then, use the rest of it
Yeah.
to pull him. This
Yeah.
is cool. Unfortunately, Kethvin landed on my shoddy knee, so you're going to have to,
It's fine. Let's just do this again. And then there's like the loud pop as I put it like back into place.
Oh, God! Oh, okay. I don't think I can take much more of this today. I need to rest my knee here. Regardless of what it's sitting, you just pull him, all right?
Sure.
Here, you're a good boy, Kethvin.
Dragging him behind us as we head back to where the
And I think
others
like
are.
as you're looking towards the direction where he came from, you see that like his trail goes up to like a northern wood that stretches almost like a horseshoe around Tuonela and down towards that frozen lake that I mentioned earlier. And just as it seems like the storm is about to wake up from its little nap, you see like a trail of smoke coming from the woods.
I wonder if they caught up to us.
It's definitely not the one from the Longhouse. And I believe we'll change to the other gang now. Well, inside the Longhouse, it's been about like half an hour since the others left. You're trying out your new eye antler head extension, probably bulking into a couple of things there. Here is it again, Jotna.
Yeah.
As you hope this won't complicate you and your husband's love life.
Oh, we've been through worse. I wonder where those shit bricks that we were with. Wonder what they've been up to.
They're probably dead.
One can only hope.
That's unfortunate for them. The dumbasses running off into fucking nowhere.
Hey, cool down there. You're probably not far behind.
No, I'm sorry. This fucking antler in my head right now. It's got me all fuckered up and never mind. Whatever. I'm gonna sit down for a while.
She stands.
Just standing there, just awkwardly standing over the pile of skulls. I'm gonna sit down for a while and just staring with the one good eye at the pile of skulls.
As she's sitting down on the skulls, or as Prügl is sitting down on the skulls, whoever of you is the most annoyed and wish they were somewhere else can roll me a presence check.
It's probably me.
Probably yeah.
That's Prügl.
Let's see, my presence is +2 at least.
Lucky.
12.
Almost like a video that was like slightly out of sync as you're about to sit down on the pile of skulls. The rattling of bones comes a little bit sooner, and you hear like what sounds like the clacking of joints hitting together, but it seems like it's coming from outside the longhouse.
That doesn't sound too good.
I grab my warhammer.
Oh, wait, you have a fucking warhammer?
Yeah.
Prügl Bear?
Prügl Bear.
So that's why no one's killed him yet.
CraigAllen, go see what that was.
I'm so comfortable here, wrapped
I don't
in
give
my
a shit.
Craig, go
my
fucking
child's
look.
blanket.
Go.
I don't really like
Yeah.
you two bossing me around. Actually, I kind of do.
Too bad.
And as I'm telling him to go, I'm actually just staring completely in the opposite direction of where he's at. Like,
I'm sure she's fine.
I'm fine. Go see what the fuck's going on outside.
I guess. I'm gonna
Yeah, don't
meander over to the doorway and
Don't worry,
take a
I'll take
peek.
care of Jotna.
As I tap my warhammer against a palm.
I fucking heard that. I don't know where you are though. Ah.
So CraigAllen, as you step outside, would you mind rolling me a d4 and 2 d12s, please?
Yeah.
ooh, all the dice.
Interesting.
So on my D4, I got a 1, 2 D12s, 5, and a 1.
5 and 1.
That's got to be good.
Sounds great.
Why does it gotta be good? What about any of this is good?
Low
Oh
is
yeah,
good, right?
and I would like a
Thumbs up?
d6 on top of that too.
Yeah. You know, low numbers on the dice, but a lot of dice, buddy.
A number 2.
Great. As you step outside, you get this like weird, almost like disassociating sensation as you look towards the lake and see in between the houses. And for a moment, it's like almost like this perversion of a very idyllic like postcard. Because in front of the lake, between the houses, you see what first appears to be a dancing reindeer playing in the snow right uphill from the lake. It's like pouncing. Every time it lands, you hear like bones rattling. However, where a regular reindeer would be covered in soft and fluffy fur, you see a bundle of human livers stitched together, kind of like stretched out over it and like juggling like the udders on a cow, but all over it. Like it's just covered in these sacks of liver everywhere where fur would be. And it's like it's playing and jumping in like half circles and like reaching its snout towards the sky and cackling together its teeth, and it stops and looks at you, and then it keeps playing.
That thing does not look right. There's something wrong with this deer over here, honey.
Yeah, something wrong with you too.
Oh.
We don't judge.
You gotta come look at this thing. It's creepy.
Okay, and I'm going to start walking towards the opposite side of the tent.
Oh, you're in a longhouse right
Can you
now.
turn it around, please?
You walk towards
Turn
the
around.
back of like the fireplace, towards like the far end of the smashed table, and stare into the wall, I guess.
Yeah.
I grab her by the shoulders and maneuver around and send her
Thank
off.
you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Okay.
You gotta look at all these milkers
Yeah,
over here.
you'll feel like it takes a second. As you're standing outside there, I'll roll a reaction roll for the reindeer here. Oh, damn, that's interesting. Got an 8.
I don't like the sound of that one bit.
So as you're just like looking at it, and it's like it's noticed you, like it absolutely certainly has, but it's like it just keeps playing. Like it lays down and like kind of like starts rolling around on its back in the snow, and like jumps on a frosty corpse and like kind of smashes it with like light and elegant steps, followed by this juggling guts hanging down its side.
It's kind of beautiful.
Oh, it's cute.
It's having fun.
I'm gonna go make friends.
Oh,
Cover me.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
I'll go.
Yeah, well, there you go, thinking again.
I'll go with you, and I'm gonna put my hand on Prügl's shoulder and let her guide.
Don't touch me.
Hey, that's my shoulder.
That fuck off, CraigAllen, you fucking turd.
And so all of you are like,
Right? This is the most toxic marriage I've been around in a while.
This is not from experience.
so do you push push Jotna first?
Yes.
Almost like a polearm infantry.
Yeah, like both hands on her shoulders, guiding her ahead
Oh, yeah.
of me.
Okay, well, let's go make friends, I suppose.
Come on, jackass, get over
And
here.
you step closer and you see that like the reindeer turns around and starts like, just as you're like getting about 10 feet away from it, it turns around and starts like pouncing teasingly like downhill, and it reveals a sign behind it, wooden and rotten, almost like having flipped over in the snow, only held up by like the very firm layers of ice. And it reads, "Warning, no fishing, walrus."
Walrus?
Yeah, and it's like pouncing down towards the lake. And you see it like keeps playing down there until it eventually disappears out of sight.
Jotna, time for your eye exam. Can you read that?
I'll put my hand on the antler, like I'm blocking my eye so I could try to read with my good eye. Warning, walrus. I did, yeah. So.
No, it says free fish. Man, your eyes are really bad. Anyway, go play with that deer.
No, come on. It's creepy and disfigured and beautiful and elegant.
So we're not gonna go play with it, or?
I think that's a bad idea.
Okay.
Leading you on down, almost like it's like you're not sure if it wants you to follow it or if it just thinks you're like ruining its beautiful, elegant liver filled playtime.
Yeah, I would say at this time is when Pyro and Kethvin show
that's
up.
about right. You just kind of like see all three of them like standing there and like looking, scratching their heads and like insulting each other, looking down over this lake as they're looking at something that must be very cool.
You just waiting for the sunset, or?
Oh, hey!
Wow, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just out doing our fucking jobs while you three are making home and doing whatever weird shit you do together in the... You know what? Glad you're alive, I guess.
Yeah, we thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing, actually.
We found clues, and I'm like, hold up the person we've been dragging behind us.
Oh, don't sound so proud of yourself. We found liver.
Forgive us for our ignorance.
Then you see kind of like the hog-tied Tuonela native that looks very much like the people you pillaged and burned and held up like a price hog, completely delirious, almost dead from frostbite, and a solid uppercut from a cripple. Yeah, so as you're like coming out, catching up to the others, you see like the behind of this reindeer as it pounces in between the trees and disappears out of sight, and you see this big frozen lake. Probably would take you like an hour to walk around it. On the other side of it, you see nothing but like static white storm that seems to be almost like circling around the village. And for Kethvin and Pyro, what are your presents like?
My presence score is -1.
-2.
No, sorry. Yeah, you see this lake down there, and the sign, which I don't know if you can read or not.
Oh, I can read. I'm literate this time around.
Yeah. Warning. No fishing. Walrus.
All right, I've been around obviously a little bit here. Would I know what a walrus is?
Yeah, you heard. Well, you've been around here?
Well, not here, but I've been traveling as a blacksmith.
No, it seems like a typo.
Seems like a typo.
It seems like maybe it's supposed to be an M, but it clearly makes very little sense. I mean, there's not much else besides the reindeer, which you haven't seen a sign of, except that bony leg that just disappeared into the forest to live from.
I think that's supposed to say walrus, but I'm not sure why they illiterate. You can't trust anyone that's illiterate. What are you guys fucking staring at? To be fair, like we have a job to do. Why are you just staring?
Look, it's been a long, rough day. I've got a fucking antler stuck in
that's
my
new,
eye.
but I don't care about that.
No, I didn't think you fucking would either. Anyways, who's your
Hardly
fucking friend?
noticeable.
Thank you, dear. Smooches.
Oh, keep that antler away. It's so sharp.
Doomed for our ancestors' crimes. Please reveal.
He just keeps talking a lot about crimes and
Save us from our misery.
Yeah.
What
Spare our
did you do?
children.
I don't know. We need to thaw this guy out.
I think he's killing all the kids. That's what it sounds like.
Back in the tent and interrogate, I suppose.
Yeah. I like me a good beat down.
All right. So you bring him back, slump him on the floor. It's not a problem. He's like looks like he's trying to like he's been out and he's almost got like snow blindness. So he's like turning his head. It's like the shadows and actual structures of this house seems familiar yet very disorienting to him.
I'm getting some
As he's just like
weird vibes.
fumbling on the floor, not trying to get out, more like a confused dying animal.
I'm gonna put my candlestick to his throat and try to interrogate him. What do you know about this place? Why were you out in the middle of nowhere, wandering around? Why are you saying all this weird shit? I don't have time for this, Sonny. I give him a little slap with my left hand.
He kind of like looks in slightly in off direction to your face, as if he's talking, as if he thinks you're like a bit further away. Like,
Her fault. The witch.
Prügl, did you do this?
I thought it was Jotna.
It wasn't me.
I didn't do it.
Who's the witch? Tell me. And I'm gonna throttle him again with my left hand.
Vidata the blasphemous cunt angered by exile. The first and truest of heretics. Hiding in a red mist like a coward. Should have killed her long ago. Spared our children.
I think this has to do with more of a cult than it is the beef jerky part, or whatever, the reindeer jerky.
I don't know, it sounds like she
What?
has a nice personality.
Did you say jerky?
Yes. You want some?
he kind of like smacks his dried out lips, and you see part of one of them is so frosty that it kind of like crumbles and flosses off a little bit. But yeah.
I'm gonna take some of the intestines that I pulled out earlier and shove them in his mouth. He's tied up, so.
Okay. As he like smacks on it, you see he regains a little bit of like pinkish color around his frosty lips as he kind of like gets a little bit of clarity in his eyes, and he starts crying.
Oh, my dearest daughter. I'm so sorry I had to do this. But it's so tasty.
Well, there's more where that came from. If you explain what you did. Did you do this? And I gestured to all the deaths.
Unspeakable things.
Well, no, we're talking about it now. Actually, I hope you would talk more about it now.
We, our humble trade, interrupted by the vile witch's heresy.
You
After
keep bringing
being
this witch
exiled,
up. Don't
she
make me
took-
slap you again.
Kind of like tries to move away from like hits his head back into your kneecap again, the bad one, but trying to avoid where you think you're coming from. And he's like,
Oh, fuck! We exiled the witch. She turned our trade against us. The antlered, the herd, murdered, and terrorized our village. Only few survived.
You're telling me
All her
that
fault.
fucking deer did this?
Those were what was left of our herd. Flayed our fathers. Salted our children's meat.
and he smacks his lips, kind of like it's almost a pleasant memory, and he kind of like looks towards where the more intestines might be.
I shove a little more intestines in there and then turn around to the group.
He cries some more as you do that, as like more tears flows down in his cold eyes. And you're picking at some kind of weird trauma, guilt thing here, but you're not quite sure what it is. Or maybe you are.
I have an idea.
If we're dealing with a cult and the witch, I mean, we saw that monolith out there.
That is
Did we
true.
investigate that?
Unless you three slack-offs found anything interesting.
No, not at all.
I haven't seen shit. As I'm like just touching the antler.
Why are you talking to that wall?
Kethvin and
What? Where are you?
Kethvin and Pyro saw something else.
What did you see out there? A monolith, you said?
Well, I thought as we were coming back that maybe you guys caught up to us and there was a little bit of smoke out in the woods. We could swing by there and then head towards the monolith.
Oh, Oh yeah, that sacrifice altar. That's where we sacrifice our
you're talking
our
a lot
fattest
now.
calves.
Your finest calves, huh? Would there be any reason for this witch to be there?
Oh, she's hiding in the red mist.
Yes.
Up
the red
north,
mist.
up east, like a coward, hiding from her own sins. She cannot hide from love for long. Not when Kalma seeks revenge on her.
I should have more intestines in his mouth.
I think like his kind of like frosty head is now kind of like getting comfortable in your lap, like a big
Like a
human
puppy?
cat puppy thing, suckling on the intestines that you're feeding him,
Oh my god.
baby bird.
crying about his dead daughter that something happened to.
Well, I think we pack up this circus and go check out this altar real quick.
We don't have to carry this thing around, do we?
No.
Yeah, I was planning on leaving him here.
No, I think I'm gonna hold on to him, actually. I'm gonna free up his legs a little bit and then wrap the chain around my waist and grab some more intestines around the area, whatever more I can get, and then like lead him with me.
Yeah, it's fairly. Let's say you get
Look, I got my own jackass now, CraigAllen.
30 feet of intestine rope seems, and we'll decrease it by D10 feet each hour for how much he manages to suckle up as he's walking behind you.
Oh.
And he is just going to town on that stuff.
He looks like he hasn't eaten for very, very long.
He's slurping it like a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah,
He gets, like-
I'm worried he's gonna eat me out of house and home. I shouldn't have picked up a stray.
Yes, this is why we don't get pets.
It's probably better you put it down.
Tuvid, I'm so sorry. I wish you could grow up to be more than nutrition.
Okay, you can talk less now. Remember the unspeakable part? And I shove more intestines in his mouth.
He nods and suckles on the butt of the intestine.
You're a good boy.
All right.
And I'm gonna start walking towards where the altar was with hopefully my companion Kethvin, my amigo, my brochacho, my bro.
We are going to investigate this.
All right.
The rest of you are welcome to join us as well, or if you're going to continue to play homemaker, whatever.
Or domestic violence case.
She tripped and fell. It wasn't me.
I've heard that many times.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
whatever.
kind of true, though.
I don't believe either one of you. I don't want to be involved in whatever your weird triangle relationship is.
I don't either. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Keep this triad to yourself.
I'm gonna have my hand on CraigAllen's collar so he can lead me.
Oh, that's
through.
what I'm into.
I know. Kinky fuck.
As you're all going out, you do realize that it is, as it's getting darker, it is definitely getting windier, almost like whiplashes of frost, banking your cheeks into discomfort as you're marching northwards towards the monolith as it seems to be getting slightly closer. You pass the trail where Kethvin and Pyro went earlier. You see that as it gets darker, also like the distance where the edge of that horseshoe of trees that I mentioned was previously, this like red mist becomes clearer and clearer. So there's the Aurora Borealis right above the ground, which looks very weird in those neon radiant colors, and the red mist up to your east.
Wow. Signs of a witch, allegedly. And I look at my toad companion.
He's like, oh yes, that's where she hides. In the red mist with those vile dogs.
All right,
Oh, no one said anything about dogs.
team vote, fellas. And, well,
Ladies,
yeah, I know Prügl's one, but I'm not sure about your wife. She's more
I'm
like,
right fucking here, you prick.
she says to the
I'm a
donkey.
lady. Shut up, Prügl.
Shut up.
You shut up.
As you trek on for like an hour, the monolith becoming ever so closer and disappearing kind of like into the darker and darker sky. Why don't all of you give me a toughness check and we'll see how you're doing on the hypothermic front.
Real quick, where are we going again?
You're going north towards the big altar.
But do
the
we
monolith.
want to investigate this mist, is what I was getting at.
I think the mist is before the monolith.
Oh, it's directly in front of us?
No. It's the opposite direction. The monolith is to the north, while the red mist is to the east.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck.
No, I vote for the mist, since our lovely toad pet person keeps going on about the mist.
Mm-hmm. About the witch and the dogs and everything.
Yep.
Well, he seems to believe that it's her fault, at least. From what you managed to gather, it seems like she was exiled from the village at some point.
Yeah, we'll just go have a friendly talk with her.
All right. But you can all give me toughness checks, especially with that detour, nonetheless. I will see if we finally get to try the frost fever rules.
18.
18. You're good.
Do I have some sort of a buff with all this child leather
And
that I am surrounded in?
My wool frock I gave him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have a +1 to rolls against frost fever. Let's see. You are not the reptilian, so that's about it. Yeah. And difficulty will always be 2 lower for you, Kethvin, than for the rest of the group.
Perfect. I'm in trouble. I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
So.
This is a toughness check?
Yeah, a toughness check. You're...
Yikes, okay. So I rolled a 4, -2, +1.
Oh, excellent.
So
That's what I like to hear.
I got a 5.
Did anyone else get below, as it's getting increasingly colder and more hostile here, the difficulty rating is now 14. So who got below 14?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone except Walt.
Yeah, I did not. I got a 16.
Excellent.
Trump's also got an 18, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got an 18 as well.
So it's just us two.
Gee, great.
Great.
Awesome. Cool.
Jake and Levi.
Levi.
Yeah.
Pyro and
Pyro
CraigAllen.
and CraigAllen.
So you can roll for, well, you're definitely getting colder, but the ways that the tundra enhances and alters your perception of things varies. So why don't both of you give me a d20? I will see how this fucks you up.
I have 1 HP. So hopefully, what's a natural 20 give me?
It's a table, so
No.
well, I'll read it. But let's see Pyro's result first. I got a 3. Sweet. Good. So we'll do Pyro first. Pyro, you're noticing that like your leg doesn't feel quite so bad, and there's like this comfy warmth that starts spreading from the inside. It's like, is it just you, or is it getting hot here? And you feel like the clothes are kind of like bogging you down. You almost feel like like getting naked.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I start unbuckling my fucking plate armor, and I make my new companion hold on to it.
He's like, what? What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, carry my stuff for me. It's real warm out here lately, and I'm gonna take my pants and my shirt off.
Whoa, no one wants to see that.
I don't care. Don't look. I'm getting fucking hot out here. I'm gonna dress up my new friend in my clothes and armor.
Oh, shit.
At least put your armor back on. That'll help.
Oh no,
cool you down.
It's plate metal. It's fucking. It's heavy as shit. My knee's hurting a little bit, but my leg feels phenomenal.
Why don't you
I'm at 50% right now.
take that sock and just cover your bits at least? It's
I was gonna say,
horrifying sight.
put the codpiece back on. We don't need to see your
All right,
acorns.
Fine, I'll wear the cod piece at least.
So much shrinkage.
Oh God.
You can keep your socks on if you like, but everything else is like
No.
I
just got
it's like
copies.
uncomfortably warm, almost like you would get a heat stroke if you like don't undress.
God, will you please start fanning me? It is so hot. My God. I'm gonna roll around in the snow and try to cool off.
Yeah, to the rest of you, he looks absolutely fucked up. Like he has no color in his cheeks. He looks like his skin is clinging to the flesh for its dear life, and kind of stuttering when he's talking.
Can one of you just go down to the lake, get some ice cold water, and just fucking douse me right now? It's like there's.
I don't think that's exactly what you need right now.
I think it's exactly what I need. Stop arguing
No.
with me and go get the goddamn water. I'm gonna die here. I'm on fire. Ah!
Bad news. He's got the snow madness. We're gonna have to
And,
put him down. Wait, good news. Good news. He's got the snow madness. We're gonna have to put him down.
Prügl, what are you waiting for? Put me out! Put me out! And I stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, you do, and you make glorious snow angels and Meanwhile, you might notice one member of your party is not currently with you, as CraigAllen is. God fucking damn it, is missing. However, when you look back, you see the silhouette that's kind of like standing there, and a bit too far to make out his features clearly.
Okay, so I had my hand on his collar as he was dragging me through.
So you're standing behind him, pushing him. So there's
Yeah.
actually 2 members of the party missing in that case. So you're like pushing him, and he's just not moving. You're just like, he just stopped, and he's like a impenetrable wall. And you hear him like kind of like, you hear like a loud fart coming out from the back of him, and realize that he's emptying his bowels.
Oh no.
Did I die?
And upon further inspection, you're not sure if like this happened just now or if it's been a degrading effect for a long time. But yeah, he's been dead for at least a couple of hours while walking around here.
What? You mean to tell me that my husband, which is really weird to say in a normal voice, has been a walking corpse and then turned into fucking Jack Nicholson's character from The Shining?
Pretty much, yeah.
To be fair, my jackass has been pulling me along this whole.
That's true.
This whole
Oh my
time.
god, it's true actually. Yeah, like the jackass has been pulling him along. You notice that like he did make very tiny baby steps, if even, on the way while walking, and it's funny how he just like stood straight up and kind of like plowed through the snow in front of you. But the jackass is like standing there and looking at him, trying to kind of like get away, and eventually like it rips the rope and
It was around his neck!
and oh yeah, that's right. And his head falls into your hands, and with your one good eye, you can barely see the donkey gnawing at the rope and chuckling, like in the back there and laughing at him.
I'm gonna turn around to the rest of the group and
That's not
kind of
fair.
hold the head out.
Neat.
Does this look infected?
Oh my god, what is happening?
Before we end this recording, Daniel,
Oh,
is
yeah,
there
yeah.
anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not a big social media person, but you can
Me
find
neither.
some of the stuff that I've made on danielharila.itch.io. Black Antlers is already featured on the Exalted Funeral web store. There will be a trailer coming out soon, and if you subscribe to their newsletter, you will be notified when the adventure drops in physical form. It will be available both as a PDF, a bundle, a PDF as a physical scene, and a deluxe bundle, which will be limited, screen printed, and hand numbered by me and my wife, and come with a very cool cassette tape with the soundtrack of 1 hour of music made by my good friend Gelu Morsis, who is pretty much debuting on this. You can find the soundtrack on gelumorsis.bandcamp.com, and the cassette will also be featuring a undead reindeer generator, which we had the joy of trying for the first time on this episode of Flail to the Face.
Oh, beautiful. Hell yeah. We'll link all that stuff in the description for the episode. But yeah, Daniel, fucking awesome, bud.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Yes. Hey everybody, Kevin at the end of the episode. This episode features the adventure Black Antlers by Daniel Carlsen, with Levi playing CraigAllen, the Suicidal Settler by Daniel Carlsen, Jake playing Pyro, the Brazen Blacksmith by Ceph, Thomas playing Kethvin, the Bogwater Apothecary from Dwellers of the Bog by The Dungeon Keys, Kevin playing Jotna, the Restless Wanderer by Will Rixon, and Walt playing Prügl, the Nachthex by Strega Vandenberg. Check out all these cool things and their respective Ex Locus Mörk Borg entries in the description accompanying this episode, as well as a Flail to the Face episode 26 companion, The Suicidal Settler. And while you're at it, check us out on our social medias, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Thread. And wherever you listen to podcasts, make sure to rate, review, and share with all of your friends so we can get out there to more people. While we're at it, if you haven't already, please check out our sister podcast, The Rolled Standard. And if you like what they're doing over there, think about joining their Patreon. It gives you access to their Discord, which you can talk to us as well, because we're on there. And just for $3 a month, you get a Discord access. With that, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time. When when we jump back into the episode, Daniel, you can just say welcome back to Flail to the Face. You can scream it like Chris has done countless times, blowing out our ears, or however it's comfortable for you.
Oh no, I'll scream it. That's fine.
You can be sexual. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god!
Don't listen to Levi. He's been drinking all day.
Or do.
Yeah.
Almost dead from frostbite and a solid uppercut from a cripple. I don't know. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah. I mean, I said it about my knee. I'm a crippled bastard.
So I can use slurs, but only if it's about Jake, right?
Yeah, that's 100%.
Oh shit! That one caught me off guard. That was good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Bro Hub Day, bearded Baz. Happy birthday to you.